Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here, and thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what the collective needs to hear. I've set that intention with my guides and with this deck. So if you are here because this popped up on your feed, then this message is for you. And if you are here because of the title, this message is definitely for you. So let's get into the tarot and see what Spirit has. I do have an oracle deck out here as well. We will pull from that at the end and get some additional messages from Spirit. Ooh, Devil. Capricorn energy, that's your card. All right, let's see what's going on. So be sure and like the video. Leave a comment if you feel called to do so, and definitely subscribe if you like the messages. It really helps to grow my channel, and it also helps to push the messages out to other people. So you guys have been really awesome at helping me grow, so I appreciate you guys for that. The Devil card on the bottom is like some sort of toxicity. It can be an addiction. It can be control. It can be needing to free yourself from a toxic cycle, thought pattern, situation, whatever toxicity you have going on in your life. There is a need to free yourself from that, right? So the situation is the Three of Pentacles. This is about teamwork, collaboration, being seen. So this can be about like working with others on a project, or this can be like, you know, in a love situation, this can be like a third party situation. So, and third party doesn't have to be another person, right? With that Devil card, this can be some sort of addiction that was the third party, right? That can be gambling, that can be food, that can be shopping, whatever that is. But I feel like there was some sort of like teamwork, collaboration, too many people here. Because then we also have the Three of Swords as the blockage. And the Three of Swords is heartbreak, it is grief, it's loss, it's about being in separation, and it's also like a need to heal, right? So I feel like there was some sort of third party here, whatever that was for you, and it's caused a lot of heartbreak and grief and pain on your end, and there's a need to heal from that. So you're not healing that, and it is really causing you to feel unstable. So the root cause of this situation is stability. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is wealthy, stable, grounded, nurturing, right? She is that earth energy. This is you, that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So this is like really taking you out of your power and really kind of affected your stability and affected your confidence, right? So this is very much taking you out of your power. Like you need to step into your power in order to free yourself from whatever this toxic situation is. So in the recent past, what is like affecting this situation is the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is a union, can be a marriage, can be a house. Like this is my card for home. This is about joy and happiness. So this, again, has really affected your joy and happiness. It has you sitting in heartbreak here, and it's taking you out of your power. And I think it's just kind of, you know, this could be like again, with that third party, this could be somebody that you're married to. This could have to do with your home, your stability, right? Like maybe they had a gambling problem and now you are in debt and there's issues with the home, right? Like there's a million different possibilities this could be, and it's a general reading, so take it how it resonates for you. But it has a lot to do with this is affecting your stability and your happiness. So your higher self or your spirit guides are telling you, they're giving the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. You don't have to be. This is just about emotional balance. And the King of Cups is the feminine, masculine energy. He is very emotionally balanced, very compassionate, very intuitive. and he's a very good leader, right? So I feel like this, again, with those deep emotions, this is very emotional, and you're just needing to balance that out and really kind of take control and have that head over heart here, right? So yes, this is very painful, and you're suffering from some grief, right? And it's really got you in your emotions, but you're needing to find your stability here and get that emotional balance. So in the immediate future, we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is so this is like a gift from spirit. This is like some kind of new message here. It's so it could be like intuitive messages, right? This is something new coming in here. So this could be a new opportunity for you, and to get out of this toxic situation, or some kind of new opportunity in order to heal and find some stability and emotionally balance. But this is about like being open to new opportunities, and that can be like these can be intuitive messages from spirit. So opening to your intuition, trusting your intuition in this situation in order to move forward. In your thoughts and feelings, we have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is optimistic, right? It's a fire energy. So it's like a passionate energy, but it's also about like enthusiasm and adventure, like optimism, wanting to, this is like good news coming in here, right? But as far as your feelings, I feel like this is you like trying to hold on to your optimism and wanting like this new adventure, right? And really kind of wanting to maybe like figure things out here, right? Soul search, like trying to kind of search for some answers in the situation, but also like just keeping your optimism, your outlook on the future, right? Not trying not to let this get you down here. So in your environment, the influence here is the 10 of Cups. So this is in direct correlation to your happiness, right? So this is like the influence in like in your environment. So this has to do with your family, this has to do with your ultimate happiness. So again, this could be like a house, a home, this could be your parents, this could be your children, this could be your spouse, right? So this is definitely affecting your happiness, and yeah, it may be causing some sort of separation here, in a marriage. Like you could be separating, and this is affecting your happiness, your home life, your family, right? Your immediate family. Again, it's a general reading, so you take what resonates. In your hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is clarity, it is a breakthrough, but it's also truth. So you could be hoping for the truth in this situation. You could be hoping for like some clarity um, in this situation on what this toxic situation is, or like what has transpired that has led to this heartache, right? It has something to do with this third party. But you could also be fearing the truth. Maybe you are not wanting to see the truth, and you're not wanting to, because that can be really hard. It can be very painful to see the truth and accept the truth for what it is. So it could be a hope and a fear, right? So you could be hoping for the truth and clarity, but you could also be fearing it because it is going to, cause more pain or cause more heartache here. The potential outcome is the 10 of Swords. So there is a painful ending that is coming in here. This can be manipulation, this can be lies, this can be deceit, but it is, some sort of very painful ending. You go from the 3 of Swords to the 10 of Swords. So the good thing about the 10 of Swords is that it's the end of the cycle, and that brings in healing. So again, with this 3 of Swords, it's about healing from this third party situation, this toxicity. And the potential outcome is you actually ending this cycle and then healing from that, starting new and fresh with this optimistic attitude, and trusting your intuition, maybe getting ideas and messages from spirit on how to move forward and how to heal from this. Let's see, what do they not see coming, spirit? So you have the World card, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles. So you are closing out some sort of cycle about, I think this is a karmic cycle, because when you have the world, it's about like a completion of fulfillment. So you have completed a cycle here. You've completed a karmic cycle because you have the devil and that 10 of swords. So those are, you know, painful energies. And then this is a completion of a cycle. So I feel like this is a karmic cycle that is closing out for you. And it has to do with you like putting in all of this work, right? Maybe you've put a lot of work into this situation and it turned out to be like a third party situation, again, whatever that third party was. And then with that 7 of pentacles, it's about looking at the situation that you've put all of this work into, and is it really worth that, right? So with the 7 of pentacles, like he has planted this seed and he's been patient and he has watched this you know, this grow and come to fruition, but he's looking at this like, is it worth this energy, right? And I feel like that's where you're at with this situation, is like really looking at it and wondering, is it worth all of the energy that I have put into this? You know, you probably were very patient with this person that you're dealing with, or people, or situation, whatever it is. I feel like you were very, very patient and you put in a lot of work towards, you know, maybe trying to help them heal, trying to keep everything together, right? Keep your family together with this 10 of cups, right? I just feel like you were very, very patient, but I feel like that's coming to it. This cycle is coming to a close here. So, you know, they could be, you know, if this is an addiction problem, maybe they're, you know, getting help, whatever it is. But there is some kind of karmic cycle closing out of you putting in all of this work and really needing to see that, you know, is it worth putting all of that effort into a third party situation here? What advice do you have for Capricorn spirit? Yeah. So we have the Page of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, the Tower, and the Death card. So this is going to, you're going to lay down these burdens, and you've got like this new, so you have like a new love offer, or a message of like a new job coming in here, and you're going to release these burdens, but it's going to happen pretty fast. Like there's a Tower moment, like needing to embrace that change and accept the ending and then transform that, right? So I mean, you have the Tower and the Death card, so that's like a very sudden change and it's an ending. And but you're laying down the burdens as well, right? Like needing to be open to new possibilities. This is also about like so pentacles are about grounded and, again, stable energy. Maybe something new and stable here that is going to help you like release burdens and accept this change and put an end to this cycle. I just feel like spirit wants you to release the burdens around this. You know, if this was a third party situation and, you know, somebody chose addiction or they chose like another person over you, don't carry those burdens, right? Um, that's not for you to carry. I feel like you need to step into a new energy and release these burdens and embrace the change that's coming, right? And just transform from this. You are protected, right? Like with this Death card, I always see like this is death and then he has armor on, right? Like he's protected up on this horse, like he's protected in his position, and the sun is coming up here in the background. So yes, this is a painful ending, but the sun, you know, always comes up the next day. Like it's just embracing the change and releasing any burdens that you're carrying around this situation. I feel like this has kept you really burdened. You know, this is not an easy energy to be in. It really is not. But you're releasing that. So definitely transitioning, closing out a major, major karmic cycle here. That's a really big, tough cycle to close out. So let's get you some oracle cards and see what else spirit has here for you. Just be open to those messages from spirit. And stay open and optimistic, right? Be curious. do you hope for Capricorn spirit? So we have listen. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. Yeah, that Page of Cups, that's intuition, listening to those messages from spirit. They're going to help guide you through this ending, right? Jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never all align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway. This is that time. Be present. You are ungrounded and spending too much time in your head. Something has caused you to retreat to your mind. It's time to bring consciousness to it so you can resolve it and start living life more fully again. Take the high road. You're at an impasse with a relationship or situation, and it's time to think bigger, release desired outcomes, and take the most positive course of action. Release attachments. There's something you need to let go of. It's either a limiting belief, an untruth, or a negative behavior. It's holding you back and keeping you from stepping into your true potential and happiness. You know, this could be like a repeated karmic cycle that you're needing to end here with third party situations. But I definitely feel like it is transforming. It's coming to an end and you're closing out a karmic cycle. You know, that's a really big energy. So it's not an easy energy, but it's a very important cycle to close out here. And then you can move into this new beginning, right? So just trust those intuitive nudges from spirit here and really try to, you know, be present in the moment and try not to get tied up in the toxic cycle. So I hope that that message helped, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.